Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Ollie, I'm a designer maker, and I'm going to take you through the steps of how I flatten one of these huge timber slabs that I'm working on, helping one of my friends and customers turn this massive horse chestnut slab into his dream dining table. I've put it on the CNC machine and I've flattened off one side. We're going to flip it and I'll take you through the process of how I remove all the material using this really crazy funky 4-bladed router bit, and we'll flatten off the slab and give you a close-up on the process. It's kind of like playing a big computer game really. I've got a little controller. Here's my little controller. Hopefully one day I'm going to wire it up so it's wireless and that'll make life easier, but at the moment you just have your 3 axis, you've got your X, Y and Z. You set that and it tells the computer what's going on, and then you just turn this little fancy wheel, and when you turn the fancy wheel it moves that little thing. So yeah, I'm gonna get cracking. Right, come on then you big beast. Sweet as a nut pie. But also I guess I've got to hoover the bed off as well. Hot damn. Come on then. Hey, so now I've got the slab on the bed, it's secured, and there's all of these crazy water stains on here. This has been bandsaw mill by Albion Timber in Sheffield, a guy called David Smythe. I bought some wood from him in the past, a bit of olive ash, some oak, some air dry, but it wasn't really air dried, it was fairly wet, so it went wibbly wobbly. But this piece is really dry, and it's only sort of warped a tiny bit, tiny bit, so pretty amazing for the fact that it's so big. It must have been drying for at least a good 2 to 3 years, I'd imagine. Anyway, let's chat more CNC. Come on. Set my 0 point right there. That's 13 mil higher. Got to take 13 mil off the whole slab and basically nothing off there. So as you can see here, I roughly sketched it out, and here was my 0 point. I set my 0 here, that was fine, but over here, all this section was 13 mil thicker, and over here as well was kind of thick, and over here. So what I did is I set my path and I ran along, and this bit was chunking off loads, but over here took off barely any. I know which pieces roughly are going to be hardest and where I need to slow the machine down. I could set up a tool path for this, but I decided to do it freestyle and do it by controlling the machine myself using this handy little smashed up controller. Right, I brought in this little bit of MDF because when that fella starts spinning, he starts spinning and it's well scary. It's pretty noisy, so I'm going to hide behind this piece of MDF for the dust as well as for safety. I'm going to put it on a time lapse and show you machining a massive piece of timber. Part of the way through, and the computer decided to restart. What are you doing, computer? Yeah, fair enough, I've thrown some chips at you, but something to do with the battery pack. I hate computers.
2 hours later.
Right, there we go, that was amazing. So I decided to take off an extra bit just because I wanted to get it super level and as close as I could to that 0 point in the corner. And it looks amazing! Look at this! A tiny little bit where the machine dwelled right in the middle, and it just is about 0.5 of a mil lower, but that'll sand out. I'm pretty happy with that, otherwise we'll be chunking off loads of material. I'm excited to see what Nathan thinks, hope he's happy with it, and I'm sure he's excited to get hold of this and start making his own table. Right, what a process that was. First side took about an hour and 20 with setup. This side, more like 3.5 hours. Yeah, okay, the machine decided to shut itself down halfway through, so let's knock out half an hour for the machine and the CNC and my computer wanting to chuck itself out the window. Or at least I wanted to chuck it out the window. What a pain. I put in a fake battery from Amazon and somehow this Dell can sniff and smell that there's not a real Dell battery. So it gave it about 1,000 warnings and then it decided to shut the computer down because it was too upset. And so that meant that halfway through controlling this, my controller just went to sleep. Anyway, that's what you learn and that's what you do it for. So next time, reduce any stimuli for the computer because it can't handle it, or get a new computer. Anyway, I have completed this. We've leveled it down. I'll show you the beauty shots in a second, but I'm really excited to see what Nathan thinks. It's about 9 or 10 in the morning, so he's going to turn up in the afternoon. We might do some tiny little butterfly or bow tie joints, but I don't think it needs it really. There's some amazing figure going on right here. There's some amazing colour change, and yeah, it's going to make an absolutely epic dining room table. There might be a set of steel legs coming up. We're going to chat about that today, and if I can get hold of the material and other stuff, I might be welding up the table base for it, which could be in another video. Right, the next job is to tidy up this workshop. I think halfway through I figured out that my little dust extractor, oh, he's got a bit in there. My little dust extractor, this is a little mini one. I had a big one when I was in my workshop in the city centre with a double bagger, double bagger. I think I might install that and put it in a shed outside. This one decided not to work, so it didn't have any horse chestnut or any real wood shippings in the bag when I emptied it this morning. So it looks like it's all over the workshop. As you can see, it is basically everywhere except from the slab. It is absolutely gorgeous though. Woody with a scent of horses and some chestnuts. Lovely on a fire. But anyway, that is the next job. Tidy this. So Nathan arrived and he checked out the slab. He was really happy with the flattening work that I'd done. So I met Nathan back in 2018 at Makers Central. I think we were both going to have a chat with Matt Estley because we really enjoyed his YouTube videos, and then both got chatting. And we've stayed in touch ever since. And so he's doing a project renovating a house. He gave me a shout and asked me to help him out with this huge horse chestnut timber dining room table, which was awesome. And it's always good fun to work with other makers because, yeah, you don't get to do that every day. I really enjoy making videos as well as doing the work, so if you would like to see more of these videos, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a like, and if you could subscribe as well, that'd be really great. Let me know in the comments if there's any things that you would have done differently, how heavy you think this slab was. I reckon it's in the region of about 100 kilos. Any ideas, hit me up there, start your comment with how heavy you think it is. And yeah, if you could subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. I'd really love it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks very much. We discovered a couple of cracks in the board, and we thought the best idea was to cut some of these little bow ties. So CNC makes super light work of cutting bow ties. We drew some little shapes and then we cut them out of the horse chestnut, and then went to a piece of oak and cut out the opposites, and Nathan's going to go take a chisel and chop them into place back at his and finish up the rest of the board to finish his dining room table. Last job of the day was to load the big slab into Nathan's van so he could take it home with him. Right, so Nathan's arrived and he's checked it over. You happy with it, aren't you?
Yes.
In the next video.